Ever wonder what's really happening beneath the soil of your garden? It's not just dirt and roots. There's a hidden, bustling world of incredible partnerships, and one of the most vital is between plants and fungi. This isn't a battle. It's a powerful, underground alliance that can make or break your garden. For many gardeners, the focus is always on what we can see above the surface. The leaves, the flowers, the fruit. But the true foundation of a thriving garden lies in the complex, living ecosystem that exists just out of sight. A world of quiet cooperation, perfected over millions of years. Welcome to the Don't Do This Guide. We're here to help you understand the hidden secrets of gardening so you can avoid common mistakes and watch your plants thrive. If you're serious about becoming a better gardener, hit that subscribe button now so you don't miss out on more valuable tips. Our mission is to demystify the science of horticulture, presenting clear, factual information you can apply to your own green spaces. Understand the why behind gardening practices, make more informed decisions, leading to a better experience with your plants, season after season. Today we delve into one of the most fascinating subjects in soil science, the mycorrhizal association. We will explore this fundamental partnership in simple, straightforward terms. The result? Stronger, more resilient plants, better equipped to handle drought, resist disease, access nutrients they need to flourish, all with less intervention from you. So, what exactly is this powerful force we call mycorrhiza? The term itself provides a clue. It is derived from two Greek words. Myco, fungus rhiza, root. Put them together, fungus root, an intimate relationship. Mycorrhiza, a mutually beneficial symbiotic association between plant roots and specialized soil fungi. Not a parasitic infection. A cooperative team where both gain advantages. Imagine the fungus as an extension of the plant's root system, much finer and more extensive. The fungal body is a vast network of microscopic threads called hyphae. Hyphae weave through soil, accessing tiny pores plant roots can't reach. This web can stretch for meters, massively increasing surface area for water and nutrient uptake. The fungus acts like an efficient delivery service, gathering resources and sending them to the plant's roots. But the fungus is paid. It receives carbohydrates from the plant. Fungi cannot photosynthesize. They can't make their own food from sunlight. The plant photosynthesizes in its leaves and produces sugars. It sends some sugars down to the roots and shares them with the fungal partner. That steady food lets the fungus survive, grow, and maintain its network. A perfect underground exchange happening beneath our feet. This ancient alliance is everywhere. It's estimated over 90% of land plants form mycorrhizal associations. Tallest forest trees, vegetables in your patch, vibrant ornamental flowers, humble grasses. Most plants rely on these fungal partners. It's a fundamental principle of terrestrial ecosystems. Gardeners see soil not as dirt, but as habitat for these vital allies. The relationship between the plant and the fungus is a classic example of symbiosis, specifically a type called mutualism, where both organisms benefit directly from the interaction. Let's break down the exchange more clearly. The plant's primary gain is in vastly improved ability to acquire nutrients and water. The fungal hyphae are exceptionally good at finding and absorbing key minerals that are often locked up in the soil and difficult for roots to access. Phosphorus is a prime example. Root development, flowering, fruiting. The fungus can chemically unlock phosphorus from soil particles and transport it to the plant with remarkable efficiency. Beyond phosphorus, the fungal network helps the plant get other essential nutrients: nitrogen, potassium, zinc, copper. It also acts like a sponge, drawing in and holding water from the surrounding soil, which it then shares with the plant. This makes the plant significantly more resilient during drought or in soils that don't hold moisture well. The fungus provides the plant a lifeline, ensuring access to resources even in poor conditions. The plant, in return, provides the fungus with a steady, reliable source of energy. But benefits go beyond food and water. The mycorrhizal network also plays a crucial role in communication and defense. Scientists have discovered plants can send chemical signals through this shared fungal network. If one plant is attacked by pests or disease, it can release alarm signals that travel through the hyphae to neighbors. These connected plants can then ramp up their defenses. Some call this the wood wide web. This underground communication system builds a more resilient plant community. The physical presence of beneficial fungus on roots also protects against harmful pathogens. A sheath of hyphae can act as a physical barrier, keeping disease-causing microbes from root tissue. Mycorrhizal fungi can also stimulate the plant's immune system, boosting resistance to many stressors. While the concept of mycorrhiza is universal, the associations themselves are not all the same. There are several different types, but for the home gardener, it's most useful to know two main categories: arbuscular mycorrhiza and ectomycorrhiza. First, arbuscular mycorrhiza, often abbreviated as AM. These fungi are the most common. They partner with the vast majority of agricultural crops and garden plants. This includes most vegetables like tomatoes, corn, and beans, as well as most flowers, grasses, and many fruit trees. The AM fungi actually penetrate the outer cells of the plant's roots. Inside these cells, they form intricate, tree-like structures called arbuscules. It is at these arbuscules that the magic happens, the direct exchange of nutrients from the fungus for sugars from the plant. The name arbuscular itself comes from the Latin word for little tree. The second major category is ectomycorrhiza, or ECM. The prefix ecto means outside, and this gives a clue as to how these fungi operate. Unlike their arbuscular cousins, ECM fungi do not penetrate the plant's root cells. Instead, their hyphae form a dense sheath, or mantle, that completely envelops the outside of the young root tips. From this sheath, a network of hyphae extends out into the surrounding soil, while another part of the network grows between the root cells, creating a large surface area for nutrient exchange without ever entering the cells themselves. This type of association is most common with woody plants, particularly many species of forest trees like pines, oaks, birches, and beeches. Understanding this distinction is practical for gardeners. If you are growing a vegetable garden, a flower bed, or a lawn, you are primarily dealing with plants that form partnerships with AM fungi. If you are planting trees, especially conifers or hardwoods like oak, you will be encouraging ECM fungi. The partnership with mycorrhizal fungi provides a whole host of tangible benefits that you can observe in your garden. Healthier, more robust, and more productive plants. Perhaps the most significant advantage is the vastly improved nutrient uptake. The fungal hyphae act as a super efficient extension of the root system, reaching far into the soil to mine for essential minerals. They are particularly skilled at acquiring phosphorus, crucial for energy transfer, root growth, and flower and fruit production. Phosphorus is often immobile and unavailable in the soil. By unlocking and delivering these nutrients, the fungus ensures the plant has the building blocks it needs for vigorous growth. Another critical benefit is enhanced water absorption. The fine fungal threads can penetrate tiny soil pores that roots cannot, drawing moisture from a much larger volume of soil. This water is then transported back to the plant, increasing its access to hydration. Mycorrhizal plants become significantly more tolerant of drought and better able to withstand periods of low rainfall. In a garden setting, this can mean less frequent watering and healthier plants during hot, dry summer months. The benefits also extend to the physical structure of the plant and the soil itself. The presence of the fungal network encourages stronger and more extensive root development, which helps anchor the plant more securely in the ground. At the same time, the hyphae produce a sticky, glue-like substance called glomalin. This substance binds tiny soil particles together into larger aggregates. This process improves soil structure, making it more crumbly and less prone to compaction. Better soil structure means better aeration and water infiltration, creating an ideal environment for root growth and for the entire community of beneficial soil organisms. Finally, the mycorrhizal association provides a significant boost to the plant's overall resilience and defense systems. The fungal sheath or internal presence can act as a physical barrier, protecting delicate roots from attack by soil-borne pathogens and nematodes. The fungi can also outcompete harmful microbes for resources and space. Beyond this direct protection, the symbiotic relationship can trigger the plant's own systemic defenses, making it more prepared to fight off diseases and deter pests throughout its entire system. This collaboration results in a plant that is not just better fed and watered, but also stronger and better defended against a wide array of environmental stresses. Since this powerful alliance operates entirely out of sight, how can a gardener know if their soil is fostering a healthy mycorrhizal network? While you cannot see the fungal threads without a microscope, you can certainly observe the results of their work above ground. The most obvious indicator is simply strong, steady, vigorous plant growth. Plants that have formed successful mycorrhizal partnerships will often appear healthier, with lusher foliage, stronger stems, more vibrant color. They look happy and full of life, with consistent vitality throughout the season. Another key sign is improved tolerance to environmental stress. Watch how plants handle difficult conditions. Wilt at first heat, dry, or remain turgid and resilient. Robust mycorrhizae give better access to water and greater drought tolerance. Fewer nutrient deficiency signs, for example yellowing leaves, even with light fertilization. Bounce back after transplant shock or sudden heat wave signals an underground ally. Observing the soil itself can also provide valuable clues. A healthy living soil that supports a thriving mycorrhizal network will have a good structure. It should be dark, crumbly, and have a pleasant, earthy smell. When you dig into it, you should see signs of life. Earthworms, beetles, other invertebrates. Their presence shows a healthy soil food web, ideal for beneficial fungi. Conversely, compacted, hard, pale, and lifeless soil won't support fungi. Finally, success of new plantings and seedlings shows a well-established web. Fungal networks can connect new plants to established ones. Mature plants share water and nutrients with seedlings, helping them survive early stages. Self-sown seedlings and new transplants that establish fast and grow vigorously likely tapped into the underground support system. Nature's nursery ensures the next generation thrives. Good soil structure built by fungi is cause and effect. The good news for every gardener is that you do not need a degree in mycology to foster a thriving underground network. Encouraging these beneficial fungi is primarily about adopting gentle, sustainable gardening practices that protect the delicate soil ecosystem. The single most important step you can take is to minimize soil disturbance. Heavy digging, tilling, turning the soil with a rototiller shatters the intricate web of fungal hyphae. It is like an earthquake for the microscopic world. By adopting no-dig or minimal-dig techniques, you leave this network intact, allowing it to grow, expand, and support your plants year after year. Your approach to fertilization also plays a critical role. Mycorrhizal fungi are particularly sensitive to high levels of synthetic phosphorus. When plants can easily access large amounts of soluble phosphorus from chemical fertilizers, they have less incentive to form a partnership with fungi. They effectively become lazy and stop sending the sugary food rewards to their fungal allies, causing the relationship to break down. To avoid this, opt for slow-release organic fertilizers, compost, and other natural soil amendments. These materials feed the soil life, which in turn feeds your plants, supporting the natural symbiotic cycle rather than short-circuiting it. Promoting diversity in your plantings is another powerful strategy. Just as a diverse community above ground is more resilient, so too is a diverse community below. Different plant species form associations with different strains of fungi. Flowers, vegetables, herbs, shrubs, trees, interplanting, cover cropping, creating polycultures rather than monocultures all contribute to a healthier and more interconnected soil food web. Finally, the simple act of using organic mulch is incredibly beneficial. A layer of wood chips, straw, shredded leaves, or compost on the soil surface helps to protect the fungal network. Mulch insulates the soil, keeping it cooler in summer and warmer in winter. It also conserves moisture, preventing the soil from drying out and damaging the delicate hyphae. As the mulch slowly decomposes, it provides a steady food source for the entire soil ecosystem, including the beneficial fungi you are trying to encourage. These simple, nature-mimicking practices are the foundation of cultivating your garden's hidden half. As awareness of mycorrhiza has grown, so has the market for commercial products that claim to add these beneficial fungi to your soil. These products, known as inoculants, typically come in powder, granular, or liquid form and contain spores of specific fungal species. The big question for gardeners is, are they worth the investment? The answer is nuanced and depends heavily on your specific situation. These products are not a magic bullet, but they can be a useful tool when used correctly and in the right context. The most effective use for mycorrhizal inoculants is in situations where the native fungal population is likely to be low or non-existent. Sterile potting mixes, heavily disturbed construction sites, fumigated or fungicide-treated soil. However, in a healthy, well-maintained garden with rich organic soil, the use of additional inoculants is often redundant. For many established gardens, they may be an unnecessary expense. If you do decide to use a product, it is crucial to choose the right one and apply it correctly. Make sure you are using an AM inoculant for your vegetables and flowers, or an ECM product for trees like pines and oaks. For the best results, the inoculant must make direct contact with the plant's roots. The most effective method is to dust the powder directly onto the root ball when planting. In the end, the story of Mycorrhiza is a powerful reminder that a garden is more than just a collection of individual plants. It is a complex, interconnected ecosystem. The silent, tireless work of these fungal partners beneath the soil is the true foundation of a resilient and thriving garden. By shifting our perspective from simply feeding our plants to nurturing the soil life that supports them, we can become more effective and more sustainable gardeners. Embracing practices that support the mycorrhizal network, such as minimizing tillage, using organic matter, mulching, reducing chemical inputs. The benefits compound over time. A healthy soil ecosystem is the key to growing stronger plants that are better able to defend themselves from pests and diseases and more resilient in the face of environmental challenges like drought. While commercial inoculants can have their place, especially in new or degraded soils, they are not a substitute for good stewardship. The most potent product you can add to your garden is compost. The most powerful technique you can employ is to disturb the soil as little as possible. Be patient, as building a healthy soil ecosystem does not happen overnight. But with consistent care, you will be rewarded with a garden that is more beautiful, more productive, and far more resilient. There you have it. The amazing world of Mycorrhiza, the ultimate partnership between fungi and plants. Understanding this relationship can transform the way you approach gardening, helping you build a healthier, more resilient ecosystem right in your own backyard. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments what gardening topics you want us to tackle next. Until next time, happy gardening!